anatomy, the most basic thing in modern medical science. Can't live without it, right? So who was that individual who realized this and took his first step towards the enchanted world of anatomy? Galen of Pergamon. Dissection was first seen in Egypt due to the process of mummification. There was also an ancient Egyptian text called the Edwin Smith Papyrus, which wrote about the importance of diagnosis, prognosis, and treatment. I have made a video about that. You can go check it out later. For now, let's focus on ancient Egypt for a second. In ancient Egypt, they did perform the act of mummification, but the problem was they didn't really know the importance of each and every organ. In fact, they believed that the heart was the most important part of our body, and thus that was left in the body of the deceased after the process of mummification. Now, Galen of Pergamon was a surgeon, physician, and a philosopher during the Roman Empire. He believed in the four humor theory by Hippocrates. I've made a video about that too. You can go check it out. It will help you understand Galen's work a little bit better. Galen was a surgeon for the gladiators in the Roman Empire. That built his enthusiasm towards understanding more about the human body, and so he decided to travel and gain his medical knowledge. That landed him in Alexandria, where he first performed his human dissection. After leaving Alexandria, he didn't get to do so anymore. In Roman Empire, dissecting humans was illegal, and so he depended on animals like pigs and monkeys for his further anatomical studies. When we talk about Galen, we have to talk about the Antonine Plague, which struck Rome in 166 AD and was present in the winters of 168 to 169 AD. This is one of the most mysterious plague and the outbreaks in history. Galen was present right from the beginning of the plague. He noted down all the symptoms of the victims, how it physically affected them, and since this is a very vast topic to cover, I'll make a detailed video about that. For now, let's focus on Galen. Galen, with his various detailed experiments, found out that brain and nervous system controlled the sensory and motor movements of our body. And one example of how he did it was he was dissecting a pig, and then he cut the nerve which linked to the vocal cords of the pig, and the pig couldn't make any noise. And this also made him determine the importance of larynx, the voice box in our body. Now this is really important because brain was never considered important before this. Before this, the Egyptians believed that the heart was the brain, if you know what I mean and if that makes any sense. Galen wrote about 60 books, which included a few which had the four human theory by Hippocrates about the different organ systems in our body and the human anatomy. Now the problem was, since he was dissecting pigs and monkeys to determine the human anatomy, obviously there were going to be mistakes. Like he believed that the human jaw had two bones, which is not true. He even had some misconceptions like liver produced blood and the circulatory system. His circulatory system theories were also quite wrong, which was later challenged by another brilliant scholar, surgeon, physician, philosopher, Ibn al-Nafis, after a long time, and by long I mean after a long time. Now his theories on human anatomy were never really challenged, and here's the reason why. Galen believed that the human body was so beautifully created that he believed that God himself created humans. And after the fall of the Roman Empire, the Christian church took over the power. And they loved the theory that, oh my God, God created humans. And so they thought that Galen was divinely, was enlightened by God. And thus, they all just declared that to question Galen is to question God, and that would mean going to hell. The Christian church then just banned dissection again, and they also said there would be no more experiments held on humans because Galen had discovered it all, guys. He just discovered everything and there was nothing left to discover, so there were so many bans. And now for more than 1,300 years, everyone ignored all the 200, in fact more than 200 of errors that Galen had written in his books. And the doctors used to dissect humans in the future, but they never really questioned Galen because Galen is God, you can't question him. So Galen was a visionary. He did take a big step towards the modern medical science. But what was wrong in this whole process, that he was also a reason why the modern medical sciences research and how we've reached today took more than, had a delay of more than 1,300 years. Because of his theories and how people believed him and started, worshipping him, people stopped questioning him. And that is something wrong, where we all start falling, right? So thanks to Andres Vesalius, who finally came in, questioned Galen with all his courage and bravery and his amazing experiments. And thanks to him, we finally moved on with his book of De Humani Corpus Fabrica. So that's it for today, guys. A lot of knowledge overload. Thank you for watching this video. I know we're going through a very rough time. Stay indoors, stay healthy, keep washing your hands. We're going to get through this. Don't worry, just take the precautions and we'll be fine.